My name is Kyle McNulty. I'm a senior manager in Focal Point's cyber defense practice, and I lead our cloud security and DevSecOps practices. What we're going to be talking about here today are three key issues with cloud security and some practical tools for you to go ahead and resolve those. So first of all, three key issues. Number one, enforcing the principle of least privilege across a growing set of users, groups, and roles in everyone's cloud environment today, and I can say that comfortably everyone. The constantly rising number of user accounts and different permissions that are required for each of those accounts are creating a significant challenge for the teams responsible for managing them. Now, number two, organizing the disparate development, security, and operations teams. Each of these teams are starting to work more and more closely with one another through DevSecOps principles, but at the same time, they all have different responsibilities, and different development teams might be following different approaches within the cloud environment, which creates a lot of headaches for the cloud security team that's trying to standardize and make sure the appropriate controls are applied across the board. And then number three, acquiring the appropriate skill sets to actually analyze the security of the public cloud environment itself. So whether it's AWS or GCP or Azure, making sure that you're able to understand any misconfigurations that might be present within your environment, where you could collect more appropriate logs from the environment, so on and so forth, to make sure that you're confident in the security measures for your organization of those environments. So let's group back to the solutions for each of these different problems that I just mentioned. First of all, enforcing the idea of least privilege a somewhat little known feature, some are more familiar with it than others, is you can review historical access logs within these different public cloud environments. So you can check and see, okay, Steve Smith, what permissions has he actually used in the last month compared to what he's actually provisioned? You're then able to say, okay, well, if he doesn't need these permissions, then we can go ahead and remove them from his account, again, getting you closer towards that least privilege concept. And there are automated solutions that allow you to do this much easier. So CIEM platforms, that's Cloud Infrastructure Entitlements Management, allow you to automatically revert privileges to that kind of historical access-based model on an ongoing basis with little to no manual interaction from your team. Now, number two, again, the disparate communication across these three different teams, introduce informal communication channels and make sure that there's a real partnership mentality within your organization. I talk about this all the time with DevSecOps, and it really applies within the cloud security environment as well. A lot of these cloud environments are growing quite rapidly, and different developers or operations team members might not know the best way to go about producing the new resource that they're looking for some POC or project they're working on. By having an informal communication channel with security, they can quickly ask those questions. And even if it might seem painstaking for the security team to have to manage those on an ongoing basis, it's ultimately going to save rework later on if you're able to give the appropriate recommendations in terms of what sort of architectural and security considerations they need to make ahead of time rather than after the fact. Now, finally, analyzing the skill sets of these different environments. So making sure that you have the individuals that have the right information and ability to handle misconfigurations will leverage something like the free platforms or free tools that are available within each of these public cloud environments. So AWS has Trusted Advisor, the Azure has Azure Security Center, and Google Cloud has the GCP Security Command Center. And all these tools allow you to get free insight into some different misconfigurations that are in place. And it's really the kind of lowest bar for where to start within your organization. So if you're saying, oh, I don't even know how I'm going to manage this, make sure that you've addressed all of the different recommendations from those tools depending on the environment that you're using. The upgrade from there is taking a look at CSPM tools, that's Cloud Security Posture Management, and applying the automated scans that run through those tools, identifying misconfigurations, even against things like industry and regulatory frameworks like PCI DSS, and understanding what misconfigurations are most applicable to your organization based on your requirements. So that's it for today. Again, three quick issues and tips. If you have any questions, comments whatsoever, if you want to chat these different issues and solutions for your organization, please just go ahead and email me at kmcnulty@focalpoint.com, and the link will be included in the video description as well.